I don't know what in God's name people were talking about back when Daredevil Season 3 came out. Why were y'all tripping and saying that this season was ass? This season is amazing. This season is dope as shit. This season is the return of Wilson Fisk as the main villain of Daredevil. We see the start, the end of the Defenders, where Matt Murdock is broken both mentally, emotionally, and physically. He's in a rut for the first few episodes, being taken care of by his mother, who also happens to be a nun. And we see Matt Murdock kind of try to get back out there, but then realizes that he really can't, because not only is his spirit broken, but his literal his hearing is not there. He can't physically do it, along with the mental block that he has. And then when Wilson Fisk comes back into light, again, Matt Murdock finds his purpose again. But he's not donning the horns this season. Oh no. He is back with the man in the mask. But now he's got a cool upgrade. He's got tape on his hands. And this season, it's fucking gas. And now there's a reason. There is a reason why he's not Daredevil in this season, because there is a Daredevil in this season, but it's Poindexter. Now, Dex is one of the most interesting villains, I think, out there. Dex, we see his therapy sessions with his therapist, how sick in the head he was, and how Wilson Fisk used Poindexter, turned him into Bullseye. Basically, for those of you that have not seen this season, the FBI cuts a deal with Wilson Fisk to let him out of jail, essentially, to kind of be a rat. But he's playing Agent Nadeem, right? And Agent Nadeem's basically the only FBI agent that's not corrupt. Fisk was able to corrupt the rest of them to basically, essentially, kind of be a free man, essentially, so that he can get his criminal empire back while working with the FBI. And they're essentially helping him to rebuild his criminal empire after he got locked up at the end of season 1. And so Matt really does this time have an uphill battle. We get a dope ass scene of him fighting the FBI agents, actually. Foggy Nelson and Karen Page are also back, and they're here to help out in many ways, but not for the first half of the season, because Matt Murdock decides that he no longer wants to be Matt Murdock. He only wants to be the man in the mask. He says himself, this is a suicide mission. That his war against Wilson Fisk is a one-man suicide pact. And that he basically acknowledges that he's going to die, essentially. He abandoned his home. He has nowhere to live. He's just fighting to stop Wilson Fisk. But he realizes in this season, towards the end, that he cannot beat Fisk on his own. His friends think that he's dead. His friends are mad at him, rightfully so, for them not coming to find him. And Matt realizes that he cannot beat Fisk without his other half, without Matt Murdock. A lot of superheroes have this internal battle within themselves to try to repress one side of themselves so that their other half can come out. But I think it's really interesting that Daredevil was able to show that Matt Murdock needs both sides of himself in order to succeed in taking down Wilson Fisk. And we get some beautiful character development for Agent Nadeem, who's just trying to essentially, he works with Wilson Fisk, enables him so that his family can have a better life, right? And once Matt comes into his life, reveals himself to him, and Nadeem's going to testify, we get a heart-wrenching final video where I think Nadeem knows that he's essentially going to die, And then Fisk sends Dex to murder him. And now Dex as Bullseye in this season. Yo. First of all, he looks great in the Daredevil costume. But the long takes, the fight choreography, the insane shots where like Dex will be he'll be like listening to his radio and it's not helping him, right? Like all this insane shit, like the one semblance of, I guess, sort of normality for Dex was this one girl that he was into. He was also stalking her though, but he agreed to be normal if she would talk with him, and then Fisk has her killed to send him over the edge. He goes over the edge and becomes Bullseye in this season, and it's badass. It is badass. And Matt Murdock eventually has to go through a gauntlet to get to Wilson Fisk, and the final fight of the whole series is Matt Murdock and Wilson Fisk, the Man in the Mask versus Wilson Fisk. They fight round 2. Matt beats the shit out of Wilson Fisk, and we get a great scene where Charlie Cox acts his ass off and is basically like, I beat you, and it's, go and watch it. I cannot do it justice. But we get a happy ending, which is rare, I think, in a lot of superhero shows. We actually get a happy ending where Matt, Karen, and Foggy decide to be Nelson, Murdock, and Paige. And we get a happy ending. Now, for those of you that are wondering if I will be putting Born Again into this video, I am going to put Born Again seasons 1 and 2 together for a mega video next year. So, I give Daredevil season 3, damn y'all, a 12 out of 10. Yeah. Ha.